I didn't know what the fuck to say. So, for the activity,
we're breaking plates.
I saw something so fun. It is an art collab where we're each going to paint on it for 15 minutes, and then we're going to pass it to the next person, and then they're going to paint for 15 minutes, and we're just going to circle. And then when we're done, I'm going to hang them on the wall in place of your shit that's never coming.
Yeah, it's somewhere.
Sure.
No, I mean, it exists.
No, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
It totally does.
We've been there. It's not there.
That's okay. I don't know where it is.
I don't know what paint colors you want, but I know all the paints I want are in
You
there.
yelled at your boss?
Well, first is the 2 dream stories.
Well, that's okay. I
And
saw
the
that you
plate,
yelled at him.
the plate is what we can use to put our paint on, I was thinking.
This is some fine china to be put in plate.
I got it from an old man who died.
This
that
one's
sounds
broken,
about
so
right.
it's all right.
Where?
Right here.
Oh. Yeah, I got it from an old man who died. I have these, and then I have big plates that match. They're the only plates I have is these really nice china plates.
They have been used for paint before. They'll be fine.
Yeah, they have. I use them for paint because they're the only ones I have.
You said 15 minutes?
Yes, but I have a Oh, you're gonna. Okay, cool. You're gonna time it. I was gonna say, but I want to wait till we actually start painting. I have an idea for the background.
Trevor, just do your clap when you're ready.
Juan, would you mind handing me the paper towels? Thank you.
Man. All right.
I need to put this under so that way. And then yes, I do have 2 dream stories. One I think you'll be interested in because I was hella mad at you and Cass. I was hella mad. I was hella mad in my dream at you and Cass.
Man, it sounds like Cass's dreams with me. No, I'm just kidding.
And then of course we have these colors too.
I always love that meme, though, or like the videos people make, and it's like, oh, the boyfriend's like sitting there doing nothing, and the girlfriend's like pissed off, like, in my dream you did this. And he's like, what am I supposed to fucking do about this?
Yes. No, 100%.
Cayman blue. Ooh.
And these are legit the Scrabble tiles I stole from work. Mine is B for bitches.
Oh, shit. Mine is you.
For ugly.
Oh, well,
And no, I'm kidding. I was just thinking of the
That was really good.
I would've gone with
that was
penis.
quick. That was quick.
Why?
I was going to say for
Mine's
you
Y
bitches.
for why am I
Yours
here?
is Y for Juan.
Why am I here?
Yours is Y for Juan.
For Juan. Because I don't know how to
Yuan.
spell Juan.
You won.
And I'm a white
So
lady.
I don't paint, so I don't know what.
You have to.
No, I know, but I don't know what this is.
So the plate is where you're going to put your paints.
Your colors, and then
Your colors. And then
we're painting the board.
We're painting this.
Oh, I thought we were painting the plate.
No. We're painting this.
Oh, that makes
Sorry.
more sense.
we're going to make it even finer china.
I really don't know. I don't.
And we're going to paint it just for 15 minutes. So literally do whatever you want because the next person's going to add whatever they want for 15
I
minutes.
just draw, but okay.
Are you going to have a drying period?
We can let it dry for 2 or 3 minutes in between. Yeah.
that's the thing. It's funny because I'm like, oh, I got an idea for something, but I'm like, I'm going to have to fucking pass it off.
Yeah, I know. So I just have an idea for background
I know.
because
that's
I'm going to
kinda
have to
what I was
pass it
thinking. I was
on.
like, man, what am I-
So what? What do we use?
So
whichever paint you
I was going to
want.
say we've got paintbrushes
Make some
here.
little-
I also have sponges in case you want to use sponges. And then I have all of these paints. And then paper towels, obviously, if you want to.
Any theme that you want to go for?
No, it's literally whatever we do, it's going to be hung up there. So anything.
Try your best.
Anything. Okay, you can start the timer if you want. Okay, so yeah, my dream story where I was mad at you and Cass. Well, I think I'm validated in it. But I was mad at you and Cass because we were on a yacht. First of all, I invited you to my coworker's yacht party, which I don't even know a coworker that has a yacht, but I invited you to the yacht party, and then you and Cass kept pointing out everything that you thought would be good to talk about on a podcast. And I was like, oh, wow, they're thinking about the podcast. And then whenever I was like, oh, yeah, when do you want to talk about that? You and Cass said, well, it's for our own podcast. And I said, are you fucking kidding me? And then you asked me to borrow the podcasting equipment to use for your own fucking podcast. And I was so distraught. I was like, I thought we were friends.
We are friends, but
I was so
just
distraught.
branching out creative.
I was so distraught. I was mad at you a little bit when I woke up, but I was like, no, I shouldn't text him. It's not his fault.
Yeah, you bitch, you can't borrow anything.
I know, but I really thought about it. I was like, these motherfuckers, I can't even with them. And then the other dream I had where I wasn't mad, but I felt really bad. Like, you know, I don't know if you've ever had these dreams, but you ever have those anxiety dreams where you're like trying to get to school on time and you can't, or you show up to take a test and it's like a test you've never studied for. And so you feel really, really bad or really guilty because you're going to fail. I had a dream where it was my cousin's birthday, and his birthday is August 30th. And so he was like, guys, it's my birthday today. And I turned around and said, oh my gosh, it's my birthday too. But my birthday's not till September 4th. And I felt so guilty the entire dream that like I lied to him and it wasn't actually my birthday. Like I legitimately, I thought about it the entire
That's your
day.
anxiety dream?
Yes.
I don't ever have anything where I'm like, oh, like, you know, I shouldn't have said that, or like I have a test where I'm, you know, being like late for or anything like that.
Yeah.
The only time I start to get like kind of anxious in a dream is always like I feel I have to like run from something, and then when I go to run, no matter how hard I try, I'm just like super slow. Like I'll literally be in like what to me, my body's moving a dead sprint. I'm at like a freaking leaning forward hella hard. Like I could feel myself pushing on the ground, and I'm like,
yes, that also sucks. If I ran more or at all, that would probably be a dream I had.
Do you ever have dreams where you can fly?
No, but that would be hella cool.
I have dreams where I can, it's reoccurring. I haven't had one in a long time, but especially when I was younger, it would happen a lot. I could fly, but I had to swim through the air, like breaststroke or like freestyle. Yeah. So like, I'd be like, oh, so like I would be running and I'd be like, this fucking is stupid. And I'd just start like through the air, just.
Yeah, that's freaking dope.
But it was funny because like I'm also afraid of heights, so I would only ever go like just above traffic.
That's all you need to go, though, man. And then everybody sitting in traffic is jealous of you.
Yeah, they're like, what the hell?
Because they're like, God damn, I wish I could fly above this shit.
Me and my friend, we also thought, like we used to want to do kind of like skits like Dave Chappelle, and we had one that would have been like the real world, but superheroes type of thing. Like, you know what real world is?
I never watched The Real World.
It's just like a bunch of fucking tools living together and stuff.
Fuck
so it would have been
yeah, I
like,
love
you know,
tools
people
living
have people have like superpowers. So it would have been like the guy who could fly is always drunk flying. So like the cops had to like come up with like a new thing. It's like, you know, it's not like driving under the influence or something.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah, so like he's
it.
just like crashing into like, blah, 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 blah. Like just basically all these horrible I can't remember what a couple of them are, because that one with the flying always stuck with me. I was like, man, could you imagine like trying to like sometimes it's hard to walk drunk.
Yes.
If you're hammered, like imagine trying to be like, oh, I gotta fly.
Yes. I do know that. I do know that it's hard to freaking walk.
Do you guys have like a theme or anything you're going with? I'm honestly like completely.
No, I'm literally, my only idea was for a background. So whoever's painting I get, I have no idea how I'm going to add on to it.
Juan has perfected it already.
I know. Juan's is beautiful. I'm just going to make a giant soccer ball if I get his.
I'm waiting for it to dry. I can't put anything else on it.
Fudge. I'm sorry if I just sprayed you with water. That's not what I meant to do. But yeah, so I yelled at my boss. So I freaking yelled at him. So he does some business practices that I don't think are ethical, like at all. And one of those practices is we told a vendor that we would send them an ACH because they were holding our orders until we gave them a form of payment. So I initiated an ACH and I took a picture that I initiated the ACH. Like I took a screenshot and I sent it to them and I said, hey, this is coming. Mm-hmm. Well, the ACH system, I can't just initiate it and approve it. Somebody else has to approve it, which is the CFO. And so I sent him an email and I said, hey, this ACH is ready for your approval. he said, okay, cool. Never approved it. And then whenever I saw the next day that it was not approved, I said, hey, this ACH wasn't approved. And he said, oh man, okay. Well, let's just see how long it takes before they notice. And let's see if they send us the stuff anyways. So they did. They sent us the stuff anyways because they thought an ACH was coming, and the ACH never hit their bank account. So I loaded it again. I was supposed to send them the ACH on Wednesday of last week. So I loaded the ACH again on Friday, and I said, okay, it's in there for you to approve today. And he said, okay, I've got it. And then I come into work on Monday, still wasn't approved. So now I'm pissed. I'm legitimately angry because I've told this vendor that money is coming and money has not come, and they don't have any other contact except me to yell at. So I look like the liar. I look like I'm just full of shit. So I go into his office Monday morning, and I walk into his office and I say, okay, for the third time, I'm going to set up this ACH. Are you going to approve it, or do I need to have somebody else do it? And he said, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm so sorry. And I said, because you're turning me into a liar. These vendors are calling me, asking me where their money is, and you have made me a liar. I will have Connie do it if you are incapable. And he literally shrunk down into his, like he was trying to make it cute, but he sunk down into his chair like this, and he said, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry. I said, motherfucker.
He might have a kink, dude.
I think he wants to be submissive.
You think he wants to be friggin' dominated? He's like, oh yeah, Haylie, tell me about what else didn't I pay?
Oh, I think so. I definitely think so. Because whenever the one time that I wore a skirt to the office, I had two people compliment me on my skirt. They're like, wow, your skirt's really cute. I walk into Kay's office and he says, oh, wow, look at Haylie showing off her thigh tattoo. And I said, excuse me?
It's a book, bro. Calm down.
I know. I was like, excuse me? And he said, is that a tattoo of my face? And I was like, if you think your face is watercolor, I guess. It's a fucking watercolor book. It made me so uncomfortable. I'm so glad I'm leaving.
You hear that? Kay?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Just say nice tits and move on. What the hell's wrong with you?
I do think that he also looks at my tits because anytime there has been something on my shirt like here, he's always the first one to notice. He'll be like, oh, wow, I like that design. And it'll be right here and nowhere else on my shirt. I'm like,
when are you leaving though?
My last day is next Friday.
So you got to wear a shirt that has a design anywhere other than your tits.
And see if he says anything. That's true. Yeah. Okay, I'll see.
Experiment here.
That's true. I was disgusted.
Maybe you can make them more bankrupt before they go under.
I know. Fuck. I can't believe it.
Shame their credit cards were shut off.
Yeah, their credit cards were turned off.
That is not good.
They had the negative amount in their bank account. Like, I was like, this is insane. I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to make payroll the next 2 weeks. I'm out.
You're like, I'm going to stop at that point.
Yeah. And he was like, are you sure? Is the job just too hard? Because we're almost out of this. And I was like, no, I can do the job. I just want to be paid for it.
I just don't think we're almost out of this.
Yeah. Like, I don't think we're almost out of this. You can believe that if you want. But yeah, that's how I yelled at my boss. And that's the only time I've yelled at my boss.
Ever?
Ever. I've never done that before. And I know I only yelled at him because I've already put in my 2 weeks notice. So like, I didn't care at that point. But I've never yelled at my boss like that.
Isn't that such a good feeling? Like, after you put in your 2 week notice and for those 2 weeks, you're like, I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
I don't, like, no, nothing.
Dude, what felt even better was all of my coworkers stopping by my office and they were like, you tore Kay a new one.
I feel like this whole section you're going to have to cover up anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to have to cut out, like, pretty much almost all of this.
It's fine.
You're coming up on 12 minutes.
12 minutes?
Right.
Okay, thanks for the time limit, babe. or the time
Wait,
reminder.
You set the time limit.
I know. I said thank you.
She says it sarcastically. Thanks for the time limit. You know.
No, I was.
Working on my Picasso over here, but you know, it's whatever.
I hate all
Well, I
of
mean,
you.
if it's a Picasso, you need some work.
I know. I don't have a 3-titted lady. Just forewarning, I'm
Yeah.
going to paint boobs on one of your guys's. I love
Did he
boobs.
paint a 3-titted lady or something?
He did paint women with more than one boob, yeah.
What?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean,
In my mind, he did.
well, I would hope
No.
they had more than one boob.
Oh.
Just a uniboob person.
No, he mostly just did like abnormal faces. I don't think he did abnormal body parts.
Abnormal number.
Have you ever yelled at a boss? I don't feel like that's normal for people to do. But
No,
maybe.
I haven't. But I've only had like I've only had like 4 or 5 jobs. Like I delivered Chinese food, then I worked at Home Depot, then I worked for Cowboy. Then I had
What's cowboy?
he was a handyman in Reno.
Oh, that's a name? That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
It was funny because like
That's fantastic.
so it's Cowboy's handyman service. Anybody in the Reno area that needs anything fixed around your house, the man to go to.
Nice. He sounds like he'd be legitimate.
He's the best, dude. And it was funny because he came to my graduation, and my family was like,
I like how Juan said he's not a painter, but he's being the most focused on his painting, and I love it.
I'm not.
He came to my
This is pretty bad.
he came to my graduation,
I
and
don't like it.
my parents
That's
were
okay.
like,
We're not gonna like any of these. That's the goal.
my parents were like, how is he gonna know? Like, how are we gonna know where he is? Is he gonna try to sit near us? And I was like, oh, you'll see him. They were like, what do you mean? And I was like, it's Cowboy's handyman service. Yeah, like literal cowboy hat, the whole thing. And my dad was like, oh, I thought it was just like a name. I'm like, no, his people know him as Cowboy because
Okay.
he poached me from Home Depot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. It always feels good when someone like recognizes you.
Yeah, and then
takes you.
he was like, yeah. So everybody knew him. Like I forgot what his real name is.
He has a real name? I thought it was Cowboy.
I thought so too. God, I can't remember what his actual name is. But yeah, Cowboy, because everybody just called him Cowboy. He'd come in, he'd, get paint or whatever, and we'd chat. And then he was talking about how basically his billing takes him forever because he types like,
Aww.
So like Andy.
yeah. Like Andy not in Excel. You can keep that in.
Yeah, we can. I'll tell him myself.
And then, so I worked for him, which was a super chill job. I basically just had to answer the phone and kind of schedule some of his stuff every once in a while, send out like an invoice, which was, he already had someone who kind of had done a template. It was just literally him typing things out would take him forever. So I was like, I'll do whatever you need. He would pay me like weekly. Sometimes it would be kind of, if he got paid or if he had the money. So I'd have to like call people and be like, you owe us money.
Yeah.
But that job was awesome because like he didn't even know where I was like half the time.
But he just trusted that you were doing the work.
Yeah, I was. He was like, look, all you need to have is like the phone on you and like access to like a computer to send out this thing. I was like, yeah, I have everything. Don't even worry about it. So like I remember one time he called me and he was like, hey, like I got some money for you. Can you come down to the house? Like I'm in LA for the weekend. And he was like, oh, turn the phone off. Good to go. I was like, oh hell yeah, Cowboy. Like
Wow, nice.
I would like go to his house and like just kind of hang out, have some beers, and to just kind of talk with him about work and whatnot. And most of the time, we kind of wouldn't even really talk about work. It was just kind of whatever popped up,
Yeah.
All right, so that's 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But Juan's over there doing some masterwork.
I
So I
know.
don't know
What
if we
the
want to
heck,
stop.
Juan?
Well,
Jeez.
now we gotta stop.
He's doing actual work. Okay, I'll let this dry. And then, would you mind swapping out my water just in the sink back there? I will need some new water. Thank you so much. Will you need new water?
I'll be all right.
Okay.
So I had that job. So I went, delivered Chinese food, worked at Home Depot, worked for Cowboy, did a little bit of side work for this like tax guy up in Reno, but that was only for like one like tax season, real quick. Worked at then the 2 jobs I got out here. That's it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So no reason to yell at your bosses. That's cool.
Nah, I always had like cool people. I mean, Yo was the best. I didn't even care,
Yes.
dude. And then
Yo does sound like the best.
the supervisor in the paint department was awesome.
Thank you.
She was super cool. Like loved working for her. Cowboy is awesome. My previous job here sucked. Management there was awful.
Oh yeah.
But so like other than that, but I didn't ever yell at anyone at work, but I would just basically be like, no, you're wrong. Like this is, and it is what it is.
I don't normally yell at people, obviously, but I think the reason why I was already so upset is because I had told Kay before that I felt like he had already made me a liar because he told me that I could cut checks for some vendors. Mm-hmm. But then after I cut the checks, he said, well, you can't mail them today. Hold on to them. And he made me hold on to them.
Like, you can cut them, but we ain't sending them out.
So he made me hold on to them for a full week before he let me mail them out. So I had already told vendors when he told me that I could cut the checks, like, hey, I've cut this check number. This is coming. Yeah. It's paying for these invoices. So I had already told him once that he made me feel like a liar, and he just talked right over me. Like, he just didn't even care. And so I think that's why I kind of lost it, because I assumed he wasn't going to care about this one either. But then he completely changed when I started yelling at him. And like I said, he literally just was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Like, I'm so sorry. Yell at me harder.
I was like, what do you...
Can you make your voice more gravelly or
Don't
something?
say that, you fucking weirdo. I was like, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh. I'm so sorry. I was like, I'm like 30 years your junior. Stop calling me ma'am. That's... Yes. He was like, I'm sorry, ma'am. What is wrong with you? That's so weird. Freaking gross.
Man.
So... power line down. So that's also a story about the current place where I work. A trash truck was driving down the road.
Your new work.
And they had their
the thing up.
They had the thing up, and they were just driving down the road picking up trash cans, but they don't pick up our trash. Somebody else picks up our trash. But so they were driving past our business, and they hit the power line above the road that connects to our power, and the power line literally came down and was in our driveway. Like it cut all power to our business. So we actually got to go home early for the day because we had no power. Cool. And OG&E said that they weren't going to fix it until 8 p.m. that night, and I got an email at 9:48 that said, hey, power's back up. So they were working all that night to try to get it back up.
You have to, though. Like, it's like it's electricity. Like
they told us specifically, they were like, do not take pictures, don't be rubbernecking. So I took a picture.
So I did exactly what they said not to.
And she told me to
I took a video. I didn't take a picture. So here's the...
All right, so we're at 3 minutes, so whenever you want to pass paintings off.
Okay, so there's the video of the power line. It literally was just in the middle of our driveway.
Dude, so that, like, if that hits and, like, electrifies the ground or whatever,
right,
you're not allowed, you can't, like, go on it. And there was, like, the people who wrote Grey's Anatomy, the lady, made, like, a firefighter show, and Cass is really into it. It's okay. I like it, actually.
What's the firefighter show? I've decided that we're going to pass it this way for some reason.
Station 19 is what it's called. But they had an episode where, like, a power line went down.
That looks really good. I don't know what... fudge. I'm going to mess this up.
I know. That's why I'm like... I was, like, looking at yours, and I was like, what do I even add? Like,
I know. I'm going to mess this up. I tried to give it, like, a plain...
That's what I tried to do. I was like, let's just go with stripes. It's
that's
idea.
good.
It's
that's
easy.
good.
Juan was like doing that, and then he's got that little design in the corner.
I know. What am I?
That's why I was so heartbroken about like stopping, because I'm like, I saw him like stenciling.
You know what? This like, kind of gives me
a masterpiece starting to work.
This kind of gives me Mulan vibes, but I can't paint anything Mulan. Like I can't paint actual.
You gotta
people.
figure it out.
I need you to go ahead and just paint the rock.
Yes.
On there.
A nice portrait of Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
And this is also black. And I also have acrylic black over here. I saw a TikTok of Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And he was in an interview with Kevin Hart. And it said, if you could be a pet to any celebrity, who would it be? And he said Megan Thee Stallion.
Like without skipping a beat.
Without skipping a Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee
and
Stallion.
the interviewer was like, why Megan Thee Stallion? And he said,
we
we don't
need
have
to
to
talk
go
about
into
it.
it.
Yeah,
we don't have to talk about it.
He's like, you know why? Come on, what the hell is wrong with you? Why else would you want to be?
So, Juan,
So,
I'm not an artist myself, but looking what I saw from that 15 minutes, you had some stencil going on that was...
It was cool, dude. You're doing a lot better than...
I got bored, so. No, I like to draw, so I can definitely draw, but I can't. I don't know, painting's weird to me.
See, like, I don't even know, like...
So Haylie won't tell you guys this, but one of the things she does on birthdays is wine and paint.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
So that might be where this idea came from.
Okay. Well, I'll be outside, not whining and painting.
Don't tell her I snitched.
Let's see here.
She definitely can't hear us.
No. Just keep it nice.
This one's not even dry, though. I can't start on this.
I know.
We can
let it dry longer if we need to.
No, it's okay.
Dry.
No, leave it going.
Oh, did we already start it?
No, I haven't started yet.
Okay, good. I was going to say. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Fuck.
If this is your idea.
Hey, Juan,
What's up?
did you have something in mind when you were doing
No.
this? Fuck. Okay, cool. I have no idea.
So he's got the Hawaiian in the bottom left. I think you need to do like some Japanese on the top right.
I don't know Japanese.
And then when you hand it to Trevor, he's going to have to do like some Cantonese or something.
Oh my gosh. Oh, here, I need to move. Oh, please.
Thank you.
Well, I don't want to put them on the wooden table.
Thank you kindly.
I'm so glad that you have a mic now. Okay, let's just see how this works. Oh, the Facebook Marketplace kid. Ben, you can tell that story if you want because it involved you. It was the kid that was trying to scam you whenever I sold my Cricut cutter. It just made me laugh and I wanted to tell them about it because he was like a legitimate kid.
She.
Oh, it was a she?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was a he. My bad. Bad.
I mean, I don't want to assume her gender, but she was like 6, so I don't know if she knew her own gender at that point. For being honest. Haylie was up there trying to sell her Cricut machine, and I went as support because you don't want to meet at a random gas station.
Oh, they
With
decided
strangers.
a random gas station?
Yeah.
That's like...
Yeah. So Ben was like, do you want me to come with you? And I said, oh, I guess you can. But I was just going to go by myself.
And we pull up, and there's a family in a minivan. And a little girl walks out and asks me if I will buy her some lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Station.
And she had cash in hand, but I'm like,
Oh my gosh. I didn't know she had cash.
no, she had cash in hand.
That's
Should have
fantastic.
like bought her like some cigarettes or something. Been like, no, this is what you need.
Sweetheart, this is where you need to start your addiction.
You're
Some cigarettes.
perfect timing.
Gosh, that's fantastic. I knew that she asked you for lottery tickets, but I didn't know that she had
Oh no,
cash.
she pulled some. It was out of her waistband. It wasn't even a pocket.
Oh my gosh, a real gangster.
I'm like, are you hiding this from your parents? No, they're standing right there.
She's like, yeah, I don't want to split it with them if I win.
I'm like, we need to do this in secret. Go inside. I'll meet you there in a minute.
Obviously, he did not buy her lottery tickets, but I asked him.
That I told Haylie.
The first thing I asked when I got back in the car, I was like, Did you buy them lottery tickets?" And he was like, "No."
That's not how that went.
After you told me that they asked you?
No, I told you about it.
Yeah.
You can ask about it.
Right. No, you told me about it, and I said, "Oh wow, did you buy them lottery tickets?" And you said, "No."
I took her money and bought my own lottery tickets.
Yeah. That's what you got to do.
They're
Teach
like
'em young.
bearer bonders. Or bearer bonds, sorry.
Oh yeah. Have you guys ever won money from a lottery ticket?
Won like $10, $20 or something.
Hey, Hey,
Yeah,
that's
it's like some
something.
scratchers. But my family, they always do like in our stockings and stuff. Like we get like some scratchers or whatever.
Yes, yes, that's super fun. My mom does that too. Not in our stockings, but we play a Christmas game, the ball unwrapping.
Oh, with the oven mitts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she'll put
Scratchers in
there, which is very cool.
Yeah, scratchers are always a fun time. What would you do if you won? Like, the lady won the $1 billion lottery or whatever. So she netted like,
oh my gosh,
450 million.
So one of my Ubers when I was in Colorado, because I had to Uber everywhere, and they said that they would just pay me back. One of my Ubers asked me what I would do with all that money, and you can tell that I've never thought about that at all. He was like, "Have you ever had like a business idea?" And I said, "Weed." And he said, "Right, but like what type of business?" And I said, like where the weed that they do."
Weed.
And he said that, okay. I was thinking of like a charity where we work with at-risk kids, and we.
You're like, oh,
and like literally, he had a plan, and I was like, oh wow, I'm a piece of shit. That's cool. I'm a piece of shit.
So you were like vertical and horizontal, like monopoly of weed.
I was just like
all the weed.
I think
all of it.
I think weed.
Production, sell everything.
I just didn't know, because I've never thought about owning my own business. I've never wanted to. I really don't want that stress. But if I won that money, definitely like a few people that I care about would probably never have to work again.
You get $450 million. That's what she netted.
Is there stress if you literally only need like $1 million to start a business and you have 400 more on the side?
I just I don't want to have my own business.
You could literally hire someone and just be like, hey.
But I don't have an idea other than weed. And there's already like 1 million dispensaries.
You got to differentiate.
Buy them all.
Ben's trying to be so supportive. And I'm like, I just
find a way to.
What about you? You got ideas?
I mean, I think like the obvious ones are like, pay off your parents' house, cars.
I would
stuff like
buy
that.
my mom a house.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Like all of that stuff. But then after that, like, I don't know. Like I thought I was about to sneeze. There it is.
Bless you.
I always thought like you start like a a business, but probably just like like rental properties or something that kind of can just like
honestly, yeah, rental properties is a great idea
and stuff like that. Like not a lot of work on the front end and stuff.
That's a great idea.
I was like, even after like I bought probably like properties and blah 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 and did whatever, I probably still have like X million amount. I'd probably just start giving like like I'd be like, here's $1 million, Haylie. You've been a good friend, Juan. Here's $1 million. Here's $1 million for your family.
You could also
I would definitely give money to a few friends and family, which bodes well for you guys, because at my birthday party I've got 2 friends invited. It's you two.
And the rest is family?
The rest is my family and his family, because I'm trying to stack up the guest list. I'm like, Ben, you can invite your family, because I have no friends.
So take that real estate company you have, and after it's paid off, just prosperity, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like
low rent for low income people.
Yeah.
You're doing a good thing.
I'm doing a good thing. I'm helping out. Do that. Yeah, probably buy a house, buy a car. I definitely am getting a big ass cabin in Tahoe or something.
Yeah, that would be nice.
But even then, it's like the nicest, biggest house in Tahoe probably would only run me like 25 mil. I'm like, I still have so much.
Oh, only?
Yeah.
For the kind of house you're gonna get like on the water with like probably
and property taxes, save
guest
enough
house.
for property
Yeah,
taxes.
a guest house. Well, that's what the rental
Oh
property
yeah,
company's
yeah.
for.
You're right.
You have those paid off, and all you want is to cover the expense of repairs and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be wild.
So you guys have a whole 7 minutes left on this.
Okay,
round.
good, because I still had something that I wanted to do to try to fit this
Juan,
in with
what
Juan's.
are we looking at over here?
I'm done.
Perfect. Perfect. Juan's done.
Just don't like painting. It's just
That's fine. I was kind of hoping one of you would.
bland.
I was hoping one of you wouldn't like it because I was like, it'll be more
Nah,
interesting.
I think I just miss a creative trait. Like I don't have a creativity trait.
What would you do with the money?
See, I can't figure that out because I'm like, I don't.
That's me. Other
How
than
many
giving it
cars
to people,
would you buy and
Oh.
yeah, you
collect?
you could do like a
I know,
car
but-
restoration business or something.
You could have like a car zoo.
A car,
Well,
one car.
here's the thing. You
Tell
buy
us.
too many cars, you need to find a place to put all these cars.
You have $450 million.
No, I guess here's the thing. Because
Okay.
like I like my cars to run and drive, so I think it's Rick Ross or someone that has like 60 cars just sitting in a yard.
Oh,
And
wow.
of course, they're nice when he first gets them because he gets to drive them. But if he lets them sit there for, I guess, let's say a month, they start to go bad. So it's like
All right, so hear
you
me out
start
here.
to lose money.
We buy you a racetrack for trouble youth.
You know that they're actually selling the one.
I love how you're just throwing in like whatever the business is and homeless people.
Well, no.
Troubled youth.
It's funny they're selling the track here in Noble, Oklahoma. The
Really?
God damn
drag
it.
strip.
I'm fucking this up.
So I guess I could buy that. It's only like $4 million, so it's not that bad.
Yeah. So you'd still have $446 million.
It's well kept. They redid the tarmac 2 years ago, so it's a good track. Known to the for the famous Street Outlaws. They went there to record. So
That's cool.
yeah,
I had no idea.
Oklahoma's famous for street racing.
Bullshit.
No, for real?
Oh, I've been run off the road before.
I mean, I know of like the Northwest, or not Northwest, the
No,
39th Street.
There's a whole Street Outlaws show called Street Outlaws on Discovery, and they go to Chicago and they
I
beat
have
everyone
Discovery.
there.
It's called Street Outlaws.
Yeah,
I might try to watch
Monday
that.
nights.
Monday nights.
Yeah.
Jeez, I had no idea. I had no idea we were famous for anything
Yeah, this for street racing.
except for like.
And there is Haylie
I said-
painting out the kanji.
I
had-
know. I'm trying to do a bench under a tree. It's not working.
Hey, that background came out pretty nice.
I know. And I'm ruining it. I'm going to continue whatever the fuck this is. I'm just going to pretend this is the path.
Oh, so good news. I got a Clase Azul bottle.
A what?
Clase Azul bottle.
What is that?
It's a tequila bottle. It's I don't know if you ever seen it. It's a white bottle with blue paint on it, I guess is what you would call it.
Oh,
Oh, that's a nice one.
yeah. No, I've seen those.
Yeah.
Ben's pointed them out to me in restaurants. I've pointed them out and I've asked what that is.
So it's Clase Azul is one of the most sought out tequila and
That's
tequila bottles
so
at the same time.
cool.
It's very
Is there still tequila in it?
yeah, there's still tequila in it.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, I didn't buy I bought like a bottle brand new whole bottle.
Cool. I don't know how this shit.
So it's very hard to get. I think we were looking for like a year, and then we finally found one. So
Oh my gosh,
How much was it?
that bottle runs $250.
Yeah.
that's not bad. That's just surprising that it's that
He said,
price.
"Oh."
Yeah.
It's that price, and it's so hard to find. Do they only make a certain number of bottles a year or something?
I think so. Also,
It's because the scorpion they put in it only breeds once every 10 years.
I would rather have a scorpion in my tequila than a worm. I don't know why, but I think the scorpion tequila is probably better than the worm tequila. Don't know why.
What about the tarantula?
No, I already told you. I don't know where to put the tarantula on the stupid scale. I know scorpion's clearly better than worm, but
what about the snake?
there's a snake in tequila?
That's a rattlesnake one.
A rattlesnake? Oh my gosh. I don't know.
They had a bunch of that when we were up in Wichita. We went to one of their neighbors for like a party because they had like a little taquero, and
What was that? What was that R?
taquero, God, yeah, they had like different shots and stuff, and they had the ones that were like, oh, there's a spider in here, there's like this and there, and they were like trying to pass it around to everybody.
I mean, I've never had any of the tequilas with anything in it, but I just feel like scorpion is higher than I rank it higher than worm. I don't know why.
higher in terms of like you're afraid of it, or that's cooler?
It's cooler. Like that's what the sexy people
The
drink.
quality.
Like the cheap
Well, it's because like
type people drink worms, but
it's like a worm
the Juan
versus
type
a
people
scorpion.
drink scorpions.
Juan, you hear that?
Crazy or something.
There was 1 minute left on the clock.
Well, that's perfect because I fucked up this bench.
Yeah, I know. I was doing pretty good, and then I tried to add lights to this skyline, and it just looks like dominoes.
Whatever. No, I'm so excited. Okay, so I know on a previous episode we've already talked about the meanest thing that we've ever done to a customer in the food industry. Mm-hmm. But if you guys have ever worked retail or service of any kind, is there like a meanest thing you've done to that type of customer?
I never worked in. Well, I guess at Home Depot.
That's a little
wasn't
retail.
I was never mean though, because like I was in paint, so like it was always super chill.
You were in pain?
Paint.
Oh, paint. Yes,
Paint
sorry, you said that.
Every time I went in there, I was in.
It's the same thing.
No, but like no one was ever really. No one's pissed off when they're trying to buy paint.
That's true.
They're-
I would hope not.
They're confused or excited.
They're confused.
Why
or-
is there a wall of the same color?
Exactly, dude. Cass in college. Cass left to go to Mexico, and I
We
went,
just hit 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I went to her apartment, and I took
You're also in charge of your own time.
one of every single paint color that they had, like one little, the slips that you take home.
Oh yeah. The
One of
testers.
No, not even the testers, just the
Oh, just the cards.
yeah, the cards. And I plastered her entire room with all of them.
I remember you telling this story when she was off on like vacation. You're
Yeah.
watching her house.
Yeah. And she's literally still finding them today in like shoes and like jackets and shit.
That's so
Like it was
great.
like a couple months ago, she pulled a jacket out. She's like, "Man, I haven't worn this in a while." And she like put her hand in her pocket and she just kind of looked at me. I was like, "What?" And she pulled out a fucking paint card. And I was like, "Hell yeah."
That's
Lavender,
dope.
Yeah.
really?
That's
where you
dope.
put it.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. Can we let this dry for a bit? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, can you pause it or stop the time?
No.
Yes, you can. Stop
We're,
the time.
we're at 40 seconds.
Stop the time. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I didn't ever work in retail, and I don't understand people who get like pissed off at like retail people. It's like they're literally, if they don't have it in the store, they can't do anything about it. You know?
Yeah.
People would get pissed at us at Home Depot because I'd be like, "Oh, we don't have that," and they're like, "I drove down from Tahoe," and I'm like, "Well, you're gonna have to drive another 15 minutes.
Sorry.
That's where the next Home Depot is. Looks like they have it."
Yeah. Geez. Sorry about that.
And they're like, because they would get mad. They'd be like, I came from Tahoe. Like, I have money. And I'm like, I didn't tell you to live somewhere where there's
I
not
have
a
money.
Home Depot. Like, petition to get a Home Depot up in Tahoe then. Then you don't got to drive 45 minutes to it every time you need to change a light bulb.
Clear their water.
No, I should be okay.
Juan, did you ever do anything mean to a retail
No,
customer?
I didn't work retail.
What jobs have you had?
Just the restaurant, and then where I'm at now, and before that, really.
With him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not really. You didn't really have to deal with customers a whole lot, right? I mean,
At
they
our
would,
old job?
they would just call you and ask. Yeah.
Well, I guess it was kind of like retail because they would be mad all the time.
Yeah. Because they'd be upset about their, like, it was like, we worked basically like as dispatchers for like AV repair. So like any
Yeah.
kind of audio video. So they were
Oh,
pissed.
audio video. I
Yeah.
thought it was AC dispatch.
No, it was audio video. So it was a lot of, let me say this too. I don't know if this was your kind of what you saw while you were there. People with churches are such assholes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
That's normal.
They're the worst people to have go, we have service on Sunday. Blah, blah, blah. Well, this part doesn't come in, like, it's on back order. We're not going to have it for a month. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. We could install like a little, that's ridiculous. We pay. And I'm like, okay, first off.
Sweat while you worship.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I guess that makes
Like
sense.
you could pray to your God and maybe it'll be faster. I don't know.
I think probably the meanest thing I ever did. Why am I the one that has done mean shit to customers?
You've had more work experience, I think, than us.
I think
because I'm so old.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
it's that you're more verbal about it.
I wasn't verbal about the ladies at Golden Corral.
Have I told you about the steak that got ground spice 3 times?
No.
Okay.
Ground spice.
Yep.
What does that mean?
Dropped on the floor, stepped on. Whoops. Dropped again.
And you
Whoops.
served it to someone?
I was the supervisor. I didn't do it myself.
I love you so much.
I watched it happen.
Okay, restart the time because now we're going to start painting. So the meanest thing that I probably did to a customer in retail was to a woman who tried to return something when I was working at Kohl's. And at Kohl's, we take like anything. We will accept any sort of returns. But this woman was trying to return her bras that she had clearly worn for years. Like there were sweat stains all over them. The wire was coming out of it. I didn't even want to touch it to look up the UPC number.
Looks like a freaking it's like a crackhead's bra or something.
Really. And she had like 4 of them. And I just said, I'm not going to do this. I'm not doing this. And she said, well, I want to see your manager because I know that Kohl's will take any return. I've always done that. So I called my manager, Ella. Ella came up to the front and she looked at them and she said, this is disgusting. These have clearly been worn for years. No, we're not going to return them. And she said, oh, well, this is BS. I'm calling corporate. And Ella was like, okay, call corporate. That's fine. And Ella just walked away. So then I was left with this woman who was still standing there very angry. And I said, okay, well, let me go in the
You're
back.
like, just let me go.
I know. I said, let me go in the back and let me see if I can look them up on the UPC machine. And she said, okay. And I took her bras to the back and we had in the back customer service area, we had a box of where we would put all of the damaged items that we would send back to corporate. Mm-hmm. And I just threw them in that box. And then I waited for a few seconds and I came back out to the front and I said, I couldn't find them. Sorry. And she said, where are my bras? And I said, you're what? And she said, where are my bras? And I like looked at my hands. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Did you give them to me? And she said, yes, I did. They're in the back. You took them. And I was like, I don't remember. I don't think I did. And then she got angry and made me call Ella back up there. And she said, the customer was like, this woman took my bras to the back and now she doesn't have them. And Ella said, Haylie, did you take them? And I said, no, you can go back in the back area and you can look. I didn't take them. And Ella went back there, but she didn't see anything. And she came back and she was like, ma'am, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know where they are. And she just
Hell yeah.
That's probably the meanest thing I've ever done, but I didn't even think it would work.
That's not mean. That's
Not really
justified.
that mean. I was like, you had every right there to be like, hey.
That's the meanest thing
You
I've
should have
done.
taken him out back.
And then she took down my name and she took down Ella's name and she said, what's your name? I'm giving it to corporate. And I was like, Haylie, because people misspell my name all the time.
You gave it the wrong spelling.
No, I didn't. That's how you spell my name, you bitch. What goes good with this? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. It's going to be so bad.
Haylie, have you even painted anything yet?
No, because I didn't know what I was going to do, but now I have an idea.
Juan's already painting an entire
I know.
cityscape,
Juan's an artist. Stop.
and he's like,
I got a good piece here. I gave her something bad.
I got it though. I got it.
I don't know. I've seen everything that Juan's added, and I'm like, oh,
Juan's editions are probably the best.
I know. Ben, did you ever work in retail?
if you count working at a movie theater, yes.
Did you get to see all the free movies you wanted? I totally dated a guy for like 3 weeks just because I got to see all the free movies I wanted.
Oh, girl, you don't know how many free dates you can get.
From movie theater people?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I bet. I mean, I was one of them.
You don't even get like a kiss out of it, but
Oh, no, I made out with him in the theater because I felt bad.
I was doing something wrong.
There you go.
But then, of course, he texted me after like the second or third date and was like, hey, are you part of the Triple X Club? And I said, what is that? And he said, it's a club where we vow not to do drugs, alcohol, or sex. And I didn't do either. I didn't do any of those things because I was only 16. But I was like, that's hella lame. I'm not talking to you anymore.
You're like, yay.
Yeah, I was like, nerd, not doing it. And we
Yeah,
stopped
the
talking.
band lady was like, nerd.
Yeah, so that says something of I think you're a nerd.
Speaking of being a nerd, I'm gonna go see the D&D movie.
What D&D movie?
I want to watch that too, actually.
Right?
It looks pretty good. Like, it looks like it should. Here's my thing with movies like that. They don't need to have a great plot. They don't need to, like, it's just got to be a fun movie. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I feel like everyone
Like
knows,
the
like,
World of
oh.
Warcraft movie. I loved that movie.
I never watched it, but, like,
I thought it was so good.
everyone's always like, the movie didn't, what do you do in the cinematography? I'm like, dude, can a movie just be, like, dumb fun? You know what I mean? Like,
The part that bothered me is like the critics of like the druid in the party, what we assume is the druid, changed into an owlbear, which technically isn't possible because that's a not a beast. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why are you it's a motherfucking owlbear. Let it happen.
yeah, just leave it be, man. Let them
I don't
make
understand
a
any
fun
of these
movie.
words, Juan.
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's an owl bear.
It's a
I just say yeah.
I know. I'm like, wow, yeah, I can't believe that thing turned into that thing. What a noob. Like, I don't know.
I mean, hey, you are a noob. That makes sense.
I am a noob.
That's
I
what
am.
we should do one time for the pod. We should do like a little D&D campaign.
We still need to watch that Trevor movie, and we need to freaking
Oh
review
my
that.
God.
I really maybe on Saturday.
So you guys find yourself.
That's what the
walking in
movie
meadow.
is. Trevor finds himself.
I went to the wrong school, dude.
I really want to freaking watch that movie. It's going to be so good. Oh, actually, I want brown.
I would DM for you guys, but I don't have the voice for it.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, you do.
No.
You're just holding yourself to that standard of the super deep voice that you heard.
But it was so sexy.
I know, but you don't.
I can't.
Are you excited for the one D&D?
No.
No?
I'll have to see how it plays out. It's still in like the
It's still in like
Beta.
yeah.
before beta.
It's
type of
before
thing.
beta.
Yeah.
It's
That's alpha.
Play
I'm
testing.
kidding. I don't know.
No. Beta then alpha. So I think you'd be right.
I think it's in
Beta, alpha, and then actual.
and then actual play.
Yeah. No, she's right. Look at her. She's faking.
Yeah.
Of course I'm right.
She's like, yeah.
Fake it till
In her
you
mind,
make it,
she's like, I
bitches.
can't believe they fucking made it. Had her be an owl bear. This is ridiculous. She's the person who wrote the comment.
Yeah. And she was the one with the troop of people to follow up.
I think it looks pretty cool.
What's my time limit?
You have a whole. You have
I should have more time than them because I stopped.
you.
I didn't start until.
How that works?
I can't paint people. I don't know why.
I've only seen you run through the parking lot a few times, but I think you have about half a mile.
Okay. Oh gosh, half a mile. So we've got like 18 minutes, guys.
Oh shit! No.
He's like, wow, I really
Quarter
Wow.
mile.
Haylie is so easy to catch. All right, guys.
Fucking Juan over here.
I know. Fuck. Look at him. Jesus Christ.
So actual answer 7 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. God damn it. God damn it.
Well, that's enough time for me.
Shut the fuck up, Juan.
Golf clap.
I made that one ugly.
I do have to say though, I think you guys collectively do have a masterpiece.
Okay, thanks.
Just one of them though.
Oh, no, okay, so the background, we know who it started with, and that was a good set.
That was a good set.
And every step after that, even though it looks like dominoes,
What else do I have?
It could
Oh,
pass.
are there any conspiracy theories that you guys believe in? Are you guys like conspiracy heads?
I don't know about like necessarily believing, but like things where I'm like, you might have, a little bit of foot in there. One of my friends, he was like, he said, you know how people think like the world is flat.
Right.
He's like, all right, well, I don't believe in that, but
Right.
he thinks that.
But.
he said, what if the Earth is bigger than like then like they let us know, they being, whoever the like controlling party is. So
Yeah.
it's like, the map that we see of the world.
Yeah.
What if there's like a whole, other continent, but they don't let anyone like fly or like, go basically like over there, and there's like a bunch of, I don't know what would be going on, but basically the idea is like Earth is
Sex parties.
Yeah, Earth is bigger than we think it is, and there's a lot of
just drive your car around the world.
There you go. Just go.
Okay. I mean, I could believe that.
Yeah.
I could believe
right?
that.
Like, and
I
guess-
kind of hope that one's true, just because I hope there's more to the
Yeah.
world that hasn't been, like, that we don't know about, or like the world being like a mysterious place.
see, or like that, or like God, there's this guy. It's called the Y Files. And he goes over like a lot of that stuff, and he'll go over like certain conspiracies and whatnot, and then he'll like debunk certain parts of it with like, oh, well, facts come out, or like according to science, like you couldn't actually do this or that. And there was one where it's like basically like in the middle of Antarctica, it's like actually like super green, and there are these like basically like people that have this like very like advanced civilization, and they're like we don't really want to be part of the rest of the world because you guys fuck everything up, and basically they've been kind of like keeping to themselves for like basically forever, and that's why like there's only like scientific teams that go out into Antarctica and stuff, because like you're literally not allowed to fly over it. People assume that you're not gonna because of like weather and stuff like that.
Right.
But like literally like government entities will be like, oh, you're in restricted airspace type of thing.
Really?
Yeah. And it also has to do partially with like the magnetism over the poles could like really mess with a lot of your radar and whatnot in a plane.
That makes
But
sense. Oh my God. Okay, keep talking.
but yeah, so like the idea is like, and there's the same thing for like the North Pole too, that it's like an entrance basically into like sometimes people say basically there's just people living there. Sometimes people say there's like basically a hole in the earth, and then like it leads to like the earth is hollow, and there's like an advanced civilization living under us and stuff.
Oh, shit.
On the
There's
equator or
supposedly
whatever.
pyramids found in the Antarctic.
I saw this thing on that, and
There's pyramids found there?
there's like pictures of mountains that look like pyramids, and the science that would, debunk it, unless it's, they're just trying to fucking throw us off their trail. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is like basically because the mountains get ice and like snow in specific directions, when it if it warms enough, that whole thing will fall like off, but like only in that direction. And so it can kind of create like from certain angles the image of like a pyramid or something.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
I saw a report that there was like buried in a glacier or something.
Oh, shit.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, shit.
Full conspiracy.
Yeah.
But that's what I wanted, was full conspiracies.
Oh yeah, there's an entire valley with a pyramid in it, covered by a glacier.
That's
The
freaking
usual
cool. That's freaking cool.
Bury your plate.
Do you believe in any conspiracy theories, Juan?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I feel like of all of us, I thought you would be the most likely to like really have found some shit and be like, yeah, this is what I believe in, and here's why you all are idiots. And I was gonna be like, yeah, wow, okay.
No, I mean,
1 minute and 30 seconds.
I usually
Oh fuck.
I try not to look into it because then I'll think about it and I'm like, that could be real.
Yeah.
Well, what about the idea that like we're in a simulation?
Oh shit, I believe that sometimes. I
Dude.
don't look into that one too much because I think I would believe.
Cass said something the other night and it hella threw me off. She was like, what if, you know how we have to sleep, and like, I guess the idea is like, scientists don't really understand like why, like they know why we need sleep so we don't die, but they don't
Right.
understand like, why specifically like all living things like really need sleep. And Cass was like, what if that's just the player turning the computer off? And I was like, don't fucking do that to me, man.
Dude, it's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah, don't scare me like that, Cass. What the F are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't scare me like that.
We got one masterpiece here.
Yeah, solid as fuck.
God damn it. God
It
damn
might
it.
even be your logo.
Yeah. Honestly. Unless the freaking droopy face is probably already fucking trademarked or something.
I'll get the lawyers on that.
Yeah,
We'll get our legal
yeah.
team.
Oh man.
Haylie, are you ready for the countdown?
No.
Dun dun dun.
9, 8, 7, 6. What comes after 6? 3, 2.
Oh, it looks good.
No, it doesn't.
That looks really good.
No, it doesn't. I can't draw shit. Okay, so this is my piece of shit. Don't know if you can see it from here. Anchor and mermaid. Very bad.
Little park bench with a gangster ass walkway.
You gotta show it over there.
I know. I'm trying to look at it so I can describe it though, and then I don't know what's coming out of the corner. But
I love it. No, you
See, that one looks better than that other one.
shut up. I'm aware.
it's actually yeah.
Yeah. That turned out
That
better than
one
I
looks
can show
the
that one
best.
off.
This one looks the best by far.
Yeah.
Look at this
We
one.
got a winner.
That's clearly the winner.
Oh, we didn't show what. We should have done it after everyone added their stuff to it.
I made this a winner because
Yeah, you did.
I have the badass background.
The background actually is a solid piece
Mm-hmm.
of that.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait to hang these up. This is the WE was a good.
Are you burning that one up?
No, I'm hanging all of them. They're so fucking. Some of these are so bad. Oh god. Oh god.